I'm your host, Bishop Willie J.Duncan, the founder and president of the Muskegon Bible Institute. And the question is, what is the proper way to study the Bible? The proper way of studying the Bible, as the Bible gives us in 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. In the book of Luke, the 4th chapter, verse 18, Jesus went into the synagogue and asked for a book of the book of Isaiah to read. He read from the 61st chapter of the book of Isaiah and began to read the passage, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to preach the deliverance to those that are captive, and to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord." And he closed the book. But hey, he closed the book at a comma, not at a period, because that scripture had to be rightly divided. For the next verse said, "and the day of vengeance." Well, he did not come to bring the day of vengeance. So they divided the Bible up under the heading of the dispensation of the law and the dispensation of the judgment of God that would come down the road. But before that, the grace of God, the acceptable year of the Lord. If we don't rightly divide the word of the scripture or the truth, we will misconstrue most of the scripture and have what is called replacement theology. That is, putting in the place of the Jews, the church, for the interpretation of scripture. And that's not true to biblical study. However, further to say, how should we rightly divide the word of truth? This is mostly in the hand of the preacher, because it says in the pastoral epistle of Timothy 3:16 that the man of God must be thoroughly furnished with all good work. What man of God is that? The pastor of the church. So he rightly divides the word of truth and let the people know the truth about it by rightly dividing it based upon knowing the Old Testament, dispensation, covenants, power of prophecy, and on and on. I can tell you more, but I want you to log in to MBIUNIV.com and find the rest of that by your host, Bishop Willie J. Duncan, the founder and president of the Muskegon Bible Institute.